What's up, everybody? This is Brian, and it's our first time back in a while. We even went to SEGCon Charlotte, had a great time, won some games, learned some things. We had a blast. All of the artists were fantastic. Got some stuff to bring back for the man cave downstairs. Got some artist prints. Got some stuff signed. It was an amazing time in general. And they also had some of the mystery booster drafts, and that was really fun. Just a few cards off of going undefeated for that, but everybody always seemed to have an answer when I swung wide. But what we're here with today is Tarkir Dragonstorm play boosters. So this set has just been going wild. There has been so many places that have just sold out. All my online places that I normally get my stuff from, they have all sold out. The collector boosters, I was looking to get it one, but they all sold out, and it rose so quickly. When I first looked, it was 240, and so I was kind of banking on like a normal price for the set, and then they just took off running. So we're gonna open a box of play boosters today for Takir Dragonstorm. This set looks super fun to draft. Did go ahead and get a box for my play group to see if maybe we want to draft it at some point. But there's so many playable cards in here. There's lots of commons and uncommons that might see some play. Of course, all the dragons. And it's just an amazing Back to Magic the Gathering set. So here, we open it up. We do have one of these inserts. Scan here to discover the coolest cards. There are some, and here's some of the draft archetypes, which is kind of cool. I like it when they include this. There's just so many cool things with this. It's a tricolor set. Here are our packs. This is one of the, I think it's one of the first play booster boxes where they go ahead. Here, let me go ahead and move this a little bit. I think it's one of the first play booster boxes. I think that has 30 instead of like I can't remember if they did 36 so a long time ago with the draft, and then they moved to, who knows, 32, and now it's down to 30. So the box is a little bit slimmer. But let's go ahead and let's open up some of these packs, see what we're getting into. I know that there are some, I don't know, I always forget what they call it, but some of the like featured cards are the fetch lands. There's some really cool different arts that you can get for some of the dragon cards. So we have Cruel Truths. We'll go through some of these a little bit slower, but I mean, everybody loves the dragons, right? Tempest Hawk. Everybody loves the dragons. I already see something cool in the back there, but Embermouse Sentinel, Boltcaster, Stormbrood, Dragon Sniper. Oh yeah, this is one of the ones that they brought up with the creep band, because a one drop with Vigilance, Reach, and Death Touch, pretty sweet. At an uncommon. And then we have, so here's some of the new borders, right? I love it. It kind of brings Magic just back to its roots, man. Dragons, Surak Elusive Hunter. So there's our rare for the pack. And then we have, oh, there we go. That's pretty sweet. So here's a foil version of the Corroding Dragonstorm, and it has that different kind of outline here. That's really cool. I mean, just the art, this kind of outline, the background here. Corroding Dragonstorm, that was really cool. Then we have a Bloodfell Caves. So we got two foils on that one. And then a token. So I'll kind of keep track here of our rares. So far just one rare in that pack. But that Corroding Dragonstorm, I mean, look at that. It just looks sweet. Like, that all just looks sweet. Alright, leave this up here. So some of the big hits are obviously like the Ugin. And then, who was it? The Elspeth? The other Planeswalker. There's some really cool dragon cards in here anyway that we'll be looking for. Shock Brigade. I didn't take a look too much as to what's gone up in price. I know there probably are some uncommons, but there's a lot of 3-color stuff too, which is kind of cool. Knockout Maneuver. Then we have a Frostcliff Siege. And there is, oh nice, and then there's a foil. There is the Oni Stormcutter Spirit. The Oni Stormcutter, that's that red and then one colorless artifact equipment. That thing, it's been seeing lots of play. So I'll be looking for one of those, agent. And then we'll be looking for the featured cards and see if we get any of those. War Effort. There's lots of good ones. And if we come across them, there's some more of that 3-color. Alchemist's Assistant. There we go, Mr. Eye's Village. So this is that one where it's the next spell you cast can't be, this turn can't be countered. So the next spell you cast this turn, yeah, can't be countered. So that's kind of cool. People were talking a lot about that one at the beginning. And then nice, we did get a signed art card, which is always kind of cool to get. Put that, I got some off to the side anyway. And then we have one of those full art planes. Now, they do have some of the lands that have like the Dragon's Eye. I don't know how rare those are, if there's just in Collector or whatever. We'll see if we get any today. But those are pretty sweet. And just taking a look at the pack, so it looks like we've been getting, so we get the 1 foil, and then not too many like extra worthy cost. So we might get some the ones with like the Planeswalker symbol in the bottom. So Skirmish. Royal Procession, that one seemed pretty sweet. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Like I said, a lot of the 3. And then, oh nice, one of those lands. And then, oh nice, so we did get a rare that has this. This is borderless and has like all black down here. It's kind of interesting. Fanekeeper's Familiar, that 3-color. That's a cool one to get though. That's a really sweet art. Then we have Twin Bolt, foil, and then Dismal Backwater, and then copy. So that one had 2 rares in it, which is pretty sweet. That Fanekeeper's Familiar, full art, looks pretty sweet. Alright, Focus the Mind. That's kind of cool. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you've casted another spell this turn. So for 3, you get to draw 3 cards and then discard a card. Devotee. There's also a couple of, that's really sweet. There's a few like white, I want to say. I mean, if we come across them, I'll go ahead and point them out. I can't even remember what it's called, but that's really good as well. I think it's a 2-coster. So we have a Dragonologist, and then a Descendant of Storms foil, and a Rugged Highlands foil. And the foils feel almost thick. The foils just feel thick, maybe it's just the extra little layer of foiling on top, but they do feel thick. So far, card quality is pretty good. I don't know if some of the collector boosters, I remember seeing somebody post something that they might have had some issues, but so far nothing. I think one of those up there had a little something in the upper left, a foil. Devoted Duelist. And they do have some of the ultimatums in this set too. Wingspan Stride. Static Snare. Urani's Rebuff. Corroding Dragonstorm, so that's the normal version. And then Mammoth Bellow. And here's our rare, Awakened the Honored Dead. Then we have a Kin Tree Nurturer for a foil, Rugged Highlands, and then Warrior Token. So far nothing crazy. I don't think we got any, from another set, the bonus slot cards. I haven't seen any of those yet. Ending Whisper. But I know they've been doing a whole bunch that's been outside of Magic with the Universes Beyond. It's just, I think it's just refreshing, and people are noticing it's super refreshing. Getting back, Breaching Dragonstorm, getting back to just, Voice of Victory. So this was the one. But like I said, like getting back to just Magic's roots. But Voice of Victory was one. Opponents can't cast spells during your turn, but also has Mobilize 2. So whenever this creature attacks, create 2 tapped and attacking 1/1 red warrior creature tokens. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. So not only when this is out, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn, but you get some creatures when it attacks. That's really sweet. And then, alright, so we did get a Bator Kin to All. So this is one of probably like the main dragons for the white, black, green. That's pretty cool. I mean, you just gotta love dragons, right? Like every single one of these is just really cool. Then we have a High Spire Bellringer. But I think the Voice to Victory, I don't know how much all the dragons are. Bloodfell Caves. I don't know which one's like the best to get. I know there's that red one that has Storm, which is pretty sweet. Snowmelt Stag. But it'd be cool just to get a few of those, just to have a few. Evolving Wilds. I forgot that was in the set too. It's probably great for drafts, especially in a 3-color set. And then these lands probably are great for draft as well. Would love to draft this set. So there goes Vanguard. And then they also do have the sorcery and creatures, like the spell, and that's pretty sweet too, because then you can use it for this or use it for the creature. It's probably amazing in draft as well, because you get a couple cards, whichever one you need. Then we have what's that? Carsey Revenant. That's our rare. Wayspeaker Bodyguard foil. Blossoming Sands. Alright, so we're really hoping for that Ugin. That would be amazing. I think that's the #1 probably card in this set. And then I always forget to, Crater Hoof Behemoth is also in this set. Cruel Truths. And these commons with the both are probably sweet, especially with the ones that can get you some lands. And that's kind of cool too. Alright, Fleeting Effigy. Marshal of the Lost. And then our rare, Flamehold Grappler, 3-color. And then, alright, so we did get another one of those dragons, the Spirit Dragon, Shiko Paragon of the Way. We got that blue, red, white. That's a cool one. And then we have an Unrooted Ancestor for our foil, Thornwood Falls, and then we have an art card. So we got 2 of the mythic dragons. They're the 3 colors. And I still don't think I gotten any of the cards that are from the bonus slot. But Focus of the Mind, Devotee. We'll be looking at those. Aggressive Negotiations. And I'll be interested to go through and look and see what commons and uncommons are taken off in this set. Iridescent Tiger. That's kind of cool because when it enters, if you cast it, you get to add 1 of each color. That's pretty sweet. Lie in Wait. Those 3-color cards. And then, a normal version of the Fanekeeper Familiar, because we have that full art version earlier. And then a foil swamp. So none of those eye swamps, right? With the dragon's eye. So wondering if those are like just collector, or those are like a rare. I don't know. But Twin Bolt, it deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. That's pretty sweet. Snakeskin Veil. A lot of those. Alright, Ember Mouth Sentinel. Whale of War, like the choose ones. Kind of get to choose. And then Spectral Denial. Lands, and all these lands are uncommons. Sidisi, Resident of the Mire. Zombie Snake Warlock. And then we have a Sandskitter Outrider for the foil. Alright. So we only have, let's see, we have 1 repeat, but one was a full art, one was not. Focus of the Mind. I feel like I got a bunch of those. I feel like that's got to be a good one for 3 in commons. Snowmelt Stag. Aura. Shocking Sharpshooter. Kish the Skimmer. Essence. Armament Dragon. Clarion Conqueror. This was one. Activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. It's a sweet sideboard card. Vesha's Legacy. For the foil, Blossoming Sands, and a token. So they did bring back, at least they have those, they come in tapped, but for draft it probably makes it a little bit easier, because you can probably get some of those dual lands in your color. Or in your colors, because you probably got to play 3, especially if you pull one of those big dragons to use. And another thing this set is Behold. That's something that's a little bit different. Haven't played too many stuff with Behold yet. Worthy Cost. Fresh Start. Loses all abilities. That's kind of cool. Frontline Rush. Opulent Palace, and then Sinkhole Surveyor. And then we have a Piercing Exhale for the foil, and a Swiftwater Cliffs foil as well. So you can get, it looks like that land slot can be foil along with the foil that comes in the pack. Salt Road Pack Beast. Looks like my sunlight's coming through here. Narset Rebuke, Kintree Nurturer. But just going back to the roots, man, having dragons, having some stuff that you can do like with creatures, having some support in the tricolors within the packs. Constrictor Sage. Then we have a Glacierwood Siege for our rare enchantment. And then foil Formation Beast and a foil Thornwood Falls. And we do have another signed with the stamp there of the art card. Alright, we're almost halfway through. We haven't gotten a lot of, for the rares, we have not gotten a lot of duplicates, which is cool. Humbling Elder, Duist, Reigning Victor, Heritage Reclamation, Dragonclaw Strike. I like that they have these where it's 2, 2, 2, or there's the colors, so that way you have a chance to go ahead and play it outside of there. But for 3, I'm sure that they're pretty strong if you can get that out with 3. Overwhelming Surge, Fresh Start, and then Naga Flesh Crafter. And yeah, did not pull that one yet. And then, alright, so this one we got a couple rares. We also have the Bloomvine Regent. Once again, don't think I have that one. And then we have a Sultai Monument. And the Thorwood Falls. Yeah, a lot of singles here. A lot of different ones. Seize the Opportunity. Growth Leopard. Island Dragon. Another one of those 3. Boulderborn Dragon. Tin Maw Stormbrood. Dragonstorm Forecaster. Rakshasa's Bargain. And then Dragonback Assault. So here's one of the ones with 3 different colors. When this enchantment enters, that's kind of cool. It deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. And then landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. So that's actually a pretty sweet one. That might be great in my Omnath deck for commander. Then we have a foil Undergrowth Leopard and a Scoured Barrens. That's kind of cool. It's like a board wipe, and then it will reward you with landfall afterwards. Very powerful. There are 3 colors, so you just got to make sure that you have some ways to get the 3 color stuff out here. But with the landfall deck and grabbing lands, that shouldn't be too hard. Starry Eyed. The Rhino. When it enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Pretty sweet. Vanguard. And then we have Baronstep Siege. That's a 2 color. Rare. Fortress Kinguardian. Jungle Hollow. So once again, I don't, except for the one that was a borderless, no, we don't have any repeats. Nightblade Brigade. Dispelling Exhale, Bear of Glory, Twin Bolt, Rebellious Strike, Reigning Victor, Sage of the Fang, and then Jeskai, Shrinekeeper in the Jeskai colors. Pretty sweet. Storm Beacon Blade, Stalwart Successor, Dragonfire Blade. I've seen some people liking this card. It gets +2/+2 and has hexproof from monocolored. Equip 4. The ability costs 1 less to activate for each color of this creature it targets. So that's pretty cool. And then get out of town. Look at this. Foil Mox Jasper. What a pull. Forgot about this card. The centering's a little bit off. Then a Saltwater Cliffs in a copy. But foil Mox Jasper. Let me get a little sleeve right here. That is a sweet one to pull. Like I said, centering's a little off, but hey, for 0, and it's a foil, that's sweet. So 0, you can play it like any of the Moxes. You go ahead, add 1 mana of any color, activate only if you control a dragon. That's pretty sweet. That is a great pull. That's going to be the pull of the box right there, I have a feeling. I mean, hey, shoot. If we can get an Ugin with that, or even an Elspeth, amazing. And it's still no Corey, whatever, the Stormcutters or whatever, but foil Mox Jasper. I'm going to put that bad boy right there. We got that Dragonfire Blade. What a pull. And I totally forgot that was a card. I didn't talk about that one earlier, but that foil Mox Jasper, it's a great card to pull. That's pretty fun. Riling Dawnbreaker. Rescue Leopard. Man, what a great pull, dude. I don't think we're going to be able to beat that. Frontline Rush. Opulent Palace. Here's another one of those different bordered. The Boulder-born Dragon. That's just really cool. Then we have a Revival of the Ancestors. Now, I still don't think we've gotten that one. Nah, yeah, we haven't gotten that one yet. And then we have a Dragonstorm Globe foil. Blossoming Sands foil. Yeah, Revival of the Ancestors, we haven't gotten that one yet. I'll leave that foil Mox Jasper right there. You guys are going to have to look at that every time I go for a new pack here. What a great pull. Jeskai, Devotee, Dragon's Prey. I would like a foil version of one of those different bordered cards. I think, well, we did get one, but I just think those look so sweet. Watcher of the Wayside. Boltcaster, Purging Stormbrood, the Dragon Sniper again. Jeskai Monument. And then, nice. So here's another one of those borderless with like the black down here, Sage of the Skies. This is kind of cool one, right? So when you cast a spell, if you've cast another spell, copy it. So, I mean, you just pay, something for 1. Shoot, even 0. Then you get to copy it. So then you have for 3, 2/3 flying lifelink creatures. Kind of sweet. The borderless is kind of cool. And then we have a Caustic Exhale, a Tranquil Cove, and then a it's pretty sweet art. I'll put that art card over here. Still can't believe it. Foil Mox Jasper? Get out of here. I know, I don't know, man. If we pull anything, any other bombs would be amazing. Or just like, I need the Storm Cutter or whatever it is, the Corey Cutter. Whatever heck that card is. Tempest Hawk. Kishla Trawlers, Nomad Outpost, Synchronized Charge, War Effort. And then we have our Meringue River Regent Dragon. Draw 3 cards, discard a card. That's a pretty sweet one. That's our rare. And then we have a Roiling Dragonstorm for our foil. And then a normal island and a warrior. Alright, so we are about 2/3 of the way through. Wild Ride. Ah, that's one of the ones. So that's one of the comments everyone's talking about because there's a couple pretty gross things that you can do, especially turn 1 with Wild Ride. I think, is that our first one? It's always crazy to me, right? Like the really good ones that we're looking for in commons, I feel like are always really hard to get. There's some that you'll get like 6 of, and then the good ones that you're looking for, it's really hard to come by. Warden of the Grove, that's our rare. And then we do have a foil Frontier Bivac, whatever it is, Windsguard Craig. But Wild Ride is definitely one. I'll have to go packs. Maybe I did. I don't think I opened any other ones of those, but I'll have to take a look. Champion. The sun keeps coming this way, huh? I don't have, let me move some of this stuff. I don't have blinds in my area where I am right now, so maybe I'll have to turn this a little bit so you guys don't have to deal with that glare. Put that Mox Jasper right here. We got that Ringing Strike Mastery. I'll hold the cards down this way. Poise Practitioner, Tamir Tawny back in Tamir colors. When it enters, draw a card, discard a card. Sentinel, Loxodon Battle Priest. Alchemist Assistant, Encroaching Dragonstorm. And then we have a Smile at Death, which, of course, now that the sun's coming this way, Smile at Death, now it's just having a tough time reading it. I'll put it down over here. Smile at Death, and of course that's just like super fuzzy, but Smile at Death. It is a mythic. For 5, at the beginning of your upkeep, return 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. So that's pretty sweet. Here we go. And then we have a Unreni's rebuff for foil. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs left. Can we get one more hit or an Oni Stormcutter, Oni, whatever it is? Devoted Duelist, The Evolving Wilds, Cruel Truths, Segu Wildling, let's see, Reputable Merchant, Strategic Betrayal, Rally the Monastery, Overwhelming Surge, Roar of Endless Song. That's pretty sweet. And then, hey, we did get one. Corey Steelcutter. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has Trample and Haste, and it has Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. You may attach this equipment to it. It's pretty sweet. Corey Steelcutter. Oh, there comes that sun. And then, so we did get 2 rares in that one. The Roar of Endless Song and the Corey. So good. I wanted at least one. We got at least one. And we got that foil Mox Jasper. Can we get one more big hit, man? I mean, how much more can you expect, right? But Circo's Vanguard, Whirling Stormbrood, Mardu Monument, United Battlefront for our rare, and then nice. So we did get a full art. That's kind of crazy. It looks like there's like maybe like a print line. Can't tell. Like right there. But a Bloom Vine Regent, a rare dragon, which does have the Claim Territory Sorcery Omen on it as well. That's pretty sweet. Get you some different lands, and the full art version foil is pretty good looking here. So that's a cool one. I mean, if you basically pull like any of the dragons, whether it be those like 3-color ones that kind of go with all the colors, or if you pull one of the the single-colored ones. I mean, that's what this set's all about, right? Dragonback Lancer, Summit, Iridescent Tiger again, Sandstep Citadel, Roiling Dragonstorm, Hardened Tactician, ooh, and then one of those sagas that's a borderless. So Thunder of Unity, and then we have a, oh, alright, I'll take that. We got a Mystery's Village foil, and then Tranquil Cove foil, and then a Reliquary Dragon, ooh, token. But the Mystery's Village, there we go, foil. So we did pull 2 of those, 1 foil, 1 non-foil. We got 4 packs left. So that was a card I was looking for anyway. Any of those lands, right? Any lands that do anything. Tempest Hawk is, it's for me. Tamir Devotee, Lightfoot, Boulderborn Dragon, Jeskai Brushmaster, Rite of Renewal, Corroding Dragonstorm, that makes 3 of those. Sage of the Skies, when you cast it, if you cast another spell, copy it, a normal version. Then the Kishla Skimmer, Jungle Hollow, Zombie Druid. We got 3 more. So once again, any of the duplicates that we've gotten, it's been different versions. It Focus of the Mind. See, I've gotten like 5 of these, and I don't even know that one red card. I don't know if I think I only got 1. It's a whole box. All right, what we got here? Ooh, that's, once again, look at that art. I don't care if that's a common, right? Segu Wildling, pretty sweet. And then we have our Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant for our rare. That's a pretty good one. I know that there's a little bit of a glare there. Oh, and even if I hold it up, still a little bit of a glare. There we go. Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant. 2-drop, and then Cruel Intentions. So that's our first one of those. And then, so still none of the, the artist, or not artist, I keep saying artist, but I didn't see any bonus cards unless I just went right through it. No list, no nothing. So I'm intrigued about that with these new sets. Roamer's Routine. With these new boxes, is it just going to happen less? I have no idea. Twin Bolt. Royal Procession. Bone Cairn Butcher. Static Snare. Aegis Sculptor. And then we have a Rock Curse. Rakshasa. 2-drop, and it is a mythic. Let's see if I can get it up here a little bit before that sun comes. Man, that sun's just following me, huh? There's the Rock Curse. And then we got an Adorned Crocodile with a mountain. So there's another mythic. Alright, this is our last pack. Last pack magic. Let's do it. Let's get something. So no Ugin, no Elspeth. I will count, foil Mox Jasper. There's, once again, there's some big glare from the sun. Didn't realize the sun was coming out. Worthy cost. Let's see if we can get some good stuff here. Jade Cast Sentinel, Tamir, Breaching Dragonstorm, Lie in Wait, Pack Beasts, Rejuvenator, and then for our rare, we have Inevitable Defeat. Can't be countered. 1 red, white, and black. I know I don't want to put it up here, but because then it would just look like that. Kind of put it off to the side a little bit. But exile target non-land permanent. Its controller loses 3 life, and you gain 3 life. And then we have a Karak. I can't even say that. Karakik Guardian. That's our foil. So we didn't get those the Dragonlands, right? Those must be only in collector boosters, unless we just didn't get them. And I'll have to take a look through this, but I don't think we got any like list slot cards either. So I'm not sure going forward if those are just going to be super hard. But let's go ahead to pull. But let's go ahead and count how many mythics we got. We didn't get any of the Planeswalkers. We did get the Mox Jasper. We did get it in foil. But so far we got 3, and we did get a lot of, we did get 1 Oni. Oh, we did get a lot of different cards, which is great. It wasn't just, you get 4 of 1 rare. We did get a bunch of different kinds, and even if we did get one that was the same kind, it was different. It was a different version. So we got, in total for this box, we got one. I know it's kind of hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 mythics. So not too crazy, but obviously the pull of the box was this foil Mox Jasper. So I hope you guys and gals enjoyed opening that box with me. That was super fun. There's a lot of these dragons and some of the other things that I think are going to find places in a lot of my decks. I'm going to go through and look at these commons, uncommons, see if we pulled anything in the list slot. Once again, I don't think we did, so I'm going to have to double check that as well and see what those rates are. Because, yeah, we didn't get any of those. And then we didn't see any of the ones that have like the little star in the corner, like the fetch lands. Once again, I don't know if that's just in the collector booster boxes, like the special guest cards. I thought maybe we'd have a chance to maybe get some of those in here too. But foil Mox Jasper, I'm going to leave you guys just taking a look at that one. But hopefully you enjoyed opening this box with me. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and then we'll go ahead and we'll open some more boxes together. Appreciate everybody. Have a good one. We'll see everybody next time.